Hello everyone, welcome to Rasayan. It is the third video of 10 on 10 series. In this video, I discuss 10 previous year question of JEE Main including 2020 January. In this video, I discuss 10 questions from the chapter Some Basic Concept of Chemistry. So let's start. See the first question. Calculate the mass of ferrous sulfate which must be added in 100 kg of water to get 10 ppm of Fe. That means here the concentration is given 10 ppm of Fe and you have to determine the mass of ferrous sulfate which supplied in 100 kg of water to produce 10 ppm Fe. That is clear. Now from the formula of the ppm, that means parts per million, that is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solvent into 10 to the power 6. Now here the concentration is given 10 ppm, that is equal to mass of solute, here solute is Fe, divided by mass of solvent is given 100 kg and you convert it into the gram, so into 10 to the power 6. So the mass of Fe, if you calculate the mass of Fe, that is equal to 1 gram. It is clear. Now you have to determine the mass of ferrous sulfate which gives 1 gram iron. So first you calculate the molecular weight of ferrous sulfate, that is FeSO4.7H2. That means for Fe 56 and for the sulfur is 32 and for 4 oxygen that is equal to 4 into 16 and for the 7H2 it is 7 into 18, that is equal to 278. That means 278 gram ferrous sulfate produced or supply 56 gram iron, or we can write 56 gram Fe comes from 278 gram ferrous sulfate FeSO4.7H2. So 1 gram Fe comes from 278 into 1 divided by 56 gram ferrous sulfate, that is equal to 4.96 gram ferrous sulfate. So the answer is 4.96 gram ferrous sulfate. Now let's move into the next question. Second problem. Given a solution of HNO3, density is 1.4 gram per ml and 63% weight by weight, determine the molarity of the HNO3 solution. That means the concentration of this HNO3 solution is given in percentage and you have to determine the concentration in molarity. Now the concentration of the solution given 63% weight by weight. That means if the mass of solution equal to 100 gram, then the mass of solute that is equal to 63 gram and you have to determine the concentration of the solution in molarity. Now the molarity M, that is equal to mass of solute divided by molecular weight of solute into the volume of solution in liter. You have to remember this formula. The mass of the solute is given 63 gram, and the molecular weight of the solute, that is HNO3, that equal to 1 plus 14 plus 3 into 16, that is equal to 63, and volume of the solution in liter is not given. Here the mass of the solution is given, so you have to convert it into the volume. Now you know the volume equal to mass divided by density. Now the mass of the solution is 100 gram divided by density equal to 1.4 gram per ml. So put the value 1.4 ml. The volume of this solution is 100 divided by 1.4 ml. But you have to determine the volume in liter. So if you convert it into the liter, that is equal to 100 divided by 1.4 into 1000. That is clear. Now put all these values and calculate the molarity. That is equal to mass of the solute is 63 divided by molecular weight of the solute is 63 into volume of the solution in liter, that is equal to 100 divided by 1.4 into 1000. So calculate the value, and which is equal to 14. So concentration of this solution in molarity equal to 14. See the third problem. 1 liter sea water density is given 1.03 gram per centimeter cube, contain 10.3 milligram oxygen gas. You have to determine the concentration of the O2 in ppm. That is clear. Now you know ppm, that is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solvent into 10 to the power 6. Now mass of solute is given, that is oxygen, equal to 10.3 milligram. If you convert it into the gram, that is 10.3 into 10 to the power minus 3 gram. Now the mass of solvent is not given. Here the volume of the solvent is given, that is 1 liter sea water. You have to determine the mass of solvent, that is equal to volume into density. Now the volume is 1 liter, that is equal to 1000 centimeter cube, into density is 1.03. So the mass of solvent, that equal to 1030 gram, mass of solvent. So if you put this value, then the ppm equal to mass of solute, that is 10.3 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by mass of solvent, which equal to 1030 gram, 1030 gram into 10 to the power 6. If you calculate the value, that is equal to 10 ppm. So the concentration of the oxygen is 10 ppm. Now let's move into the next question. Experimentally, it was found that a metal oxide has formula M0.98O. The metal M present as M plus 2 and M plus 3 in its oxide. The fraction of metal which exists as M plus 3 would be. Here 4 options are given. Now in this question, the formula of the metal oxide is given. Here the metal present as M plus 2 and M plus 3. Now you have to determine the total percentage of M plus 3 in this oxide. Okay, now we consider 1 mole of metal oxide, that is M0.98 O. Now here the mole of metal, that is M, equal to 0.98, and the mole of oxide O minus 2, that is equal to 1 mole. Now in this metal, here two types of metal are present. They are M plus 3 and M plus 2. Let the mole of M plus 3 equal to X. Then the number of mole of M plus 2, that is equal to 0.98 minus X. That is clear because total metal is 0.98. Now we calculate the total charge. Here the charge comes from this metal, that is M plus 3, equal to X into 3, because here charge is plus 3. That clear? Plus the charge comes from the metal M plus 2, that equal to 0.98 minus X into 2, because here charge is plus 2, and from the oxide, that is equal to minus 2, because here the charge is minus 2 and it presents 1 mole. So the total charge equal to 0, because the metal oxide is neutral. Here no charge is occur. Now if you calculate the value of X, that is equal to 0.04. Now we can say the total M plus 3 in the metal oxide, that equal to 0.04 mole. Now if you calculate the percentage of M plus 3, that equal to 0.04 divided by total metal, that is equal to 0.98 into 100, and which equal to 4.08. So the right answer is 4.08%. Now let's move into the fifth question. In this problem, a gaseous hydrocarbon gives upon combustion 0.72 gram water and 3.08 gram CO2. Now you have to determine the empirical formula of the hydrocarbon. That means during combustion of this hydrocarbon produced 0.72 gram water and 3.08 gram CO2. Now you have to determine the empirical formula of this hydrocarbon. Now the hydrocarbon means it contains hydrogen and carbon. That is clear. Now you know 18 gram water contain 2 gram hydrogen. That is clear. So the hydrocarbon produced 0.72 gram water. That means 0.72 gram water contain 2 into 0.72 divided by 18 gram hydrogen, that equal to 0.08 gram hydrogen. Now you know 44 gram carbon dioxide contain 12 gram carbon. Now this hydrocarbon produced 3.08 gram carbon dioxide. That means 3.08 gram carbon dioxide contain 12 into 3.08 divided by 44 gram carbon, that equal to 0.84 gram carbon. So we calculate the amount of hydrogen and the amount of carbon. Now we calculate the empirical formula of this hydrocarbon. For this, you have to determine the ratio of carbon is to hydrogen. That equal to the amount of carbon equal to 0.84 divided by 12 is to, for the hydrogen, that equal to 0.08 divided by 1. Here 12 is the atomic weight of carbon and the 1 is the atomic weight of hydrogen. That equal to 0.07 is to 0.08. That means 7 is to 8. So the empirical formula of this hydrocarbon, that equal to C7H8. So the right answer is option D, C7H8. Okay, see the next problem. Here one chemical equation is given. You have to determine the value of x, y and z. Now to determine this value, you have to balancing this equation. Now here MnO4 minus is converted to Mn plus 2. So write this, MnO4 minus is converted to Mn plus 2. Now to balance the oxygen, you must add 4H2O here. Now to balance the hydrogen, you must add 8H plus. Now to balance the charge, you should add 5 electron here. Now this equation is balanced. Now see, here the C2O4 minus 2 is converted to CO2. So write it, C2O4 minus 2 is converted to CO2. Now to balance the carbon, you must add 2 here. So total carbon and oxygen are balanced. Now to balancing the charge, you must add 2 electron here. That is clear. Now to eliminate the electrons, you multiply the first equation with 2 and multiply the second equation with 5 and added the whole equation. So the total equation is 2 MnO4 minus plus 16H plus 5 C2O4 minus 2 gives 2 Mn plus 2 plus 8 H2O plus 10 CO2. Now if you compare this equation with the main equation, you get the value of x, that is equal to 2, and the value of y, that is equal to 5, and the value of z, that is equal to 16. So the values are 2, 5 and 16. That means the right answer is option C, 2, 5 and 16. Okay, see the next problem. The density in gram per ml of a 3.60 molar sulfuric acid solution, that is 29% sulfuric acid. Here molar mass of sulfuric acid is given 98 gram per mole by mass Wiley. That means in this solution, the concentration of this solution is given in percentage, that is 29%, and the concentration of this solution in molarity, that is 3.60 molar, and you have to determine the density of this solution. Now the concentration in percentage, that is 29%. That means if the mass of the solution equal to 100 gram, then the mass of solute, that is sulfuric acid, equal to 29 gram. Now in molarity, that is 3.60 molar. Now put the formula of the molarity, that is mass of solute divided by molecular weight of solute into volume of solution in liter. Now the mass of solute is given 29 gram and molecular weight of solute, that is sulfuric acid, is 98 gram per mole. Now the volume of the solution is not given. Here the mass of the solution is given. Now you have to convert it into the volume. Now you know volume, that is equal to mass divided by density. That means the volume equal to 100 divided by density. Now if you convert it into the liter, you divided it with 1000 and put this value here. Now if you put the all values, that is molarity M, that equal to 3.60 equal to mass of solute means 29 gram divided by molecular weight of the solute is 98 into volume of the solution in liter, that is equal to 100 divided by D into 1000. Now here you calculate the value of D, that is equal to 1.22. So the right answer is 1.22. Okay, see the next problem. Density of a 2.05 molar solution of acetic acid in water is 1.02 gram per ml. The molality of the solution is. That means here the concentration of the solution is given in molarity, that is 2.05 mole, and the density of the solution is given, that is 1.02 gram per ml, and the solute of this solution is acetic acid. So the molecular weight of the solute, that is 60. Now you have to determine the concentration of the solution in molality, that is small m. Now if you want to calculate this type of problem conceptually, it becomes very lengthy. So now I will give you a short formula. By applying this formula, you can calculate this type of problem where molarity and molality are interrelated. You can solve this type of problem very easily. Now see the formula. Here the formula is density D equal to molarity M into 1 divided by molality plus molecular weight of solute divided by 1000. This is the formula. Now put the value of density, that is 1.02 gram per ml, and the value of molarity, that is 2.05 mole, and molecular weight of solute, that is 60, and calculate the value of small m, that is 2.28 mole per kg. So the right answer is option A, 2.28 mole per kg. See the ninth problem. How many moles of magnesium phosphate will contain 0.25 mole of oxygen atom? If you see the formula of magnesium phosphate, that is Mg3PO4 whole 2. That means one magnesium phosphate molecule contain 8 oxygen atom. So you can write 8 mole oxygen atom present in 1 mole magnesium phosphate. That is clear. So 0.25 mole oxygen atom present in 1 into 0.25 divided by 8 mole magnesium phosphate, that is equal to 3.125 into 10 to the power minus 2 mole magnesium phosphate. So the right answer is option D, 3.125 into 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, see the last problem. 25 ml of a solution of barium hydroxide on titration with 0.1 molar solution of hydrochloric acid gave a liter value of 35 ml. The molarity of the barium hydroxide solution was. That means here barium hydroxide is treated with concentrate HCl. The volume of barium hydroxide is given 25 ml and the volume of HCl comes from the titration, that is 35 ml. Now the concentration of HCl that given in molarity, that equal to 0.1 molar. As the HCl is a monobasic acid, so its molarity and the normality values are same. So you can say the concentration of the HCl equal to 0.1 normal. Now you have to determine the concentration of barium hydroxide in normality. Now put the formula, that is N1 V1 equal to N2 V2. Here N1 into V1 is 25, that equal to N2 means 0.1 into V2 means 35 ml. So calculate the value of N1, that equal to 0.1 into 35 divided by 25, that equal to 0.14 normal. So the concentration of barium hydroxide, that equal to 0.14 normal. Now you have to determine the concentration of barium hydroxide in molarity. You know barium hydroxide is a diacetic base. So here the molarity equal to normality divided by 2, that equal to 0.14 divided by 2, which is equal to 0.07. So the right answer is 0.07. So here I complete 10 questions. Please like this video and subscribe my channel to get this type of video. Thank you.